Stay up to date with what's happening in North Central Washington. Go to the NCW Life Community Calendar at ncwlife.com.
Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And I'll tell you what, a day today, and today just the start of a lot of them coming up in a row. I'm telling you folks, it's just going to be unbelievably nice. This looking down at the old station area in Wenatchee, and isn't that beautiful? The mountains in the background with still a little bit of snow on them, crystal clear blue skies out there. Highs today generally were in the mid-60s, a few upper 60s around north central Washington. But I'll tell you what, this is the last day for 60s because from Tuesday right up through Friday and Saturday, yeah, it's welcome to the 70s party as we will see temperatures in the 70s all of this week and even flirting with 80 degrees both on Thursday and Friday by the end of the week. And we'll tell you much more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A Wenatchee man was killed shortly after midnight Saturday when he crashed his motorcycle on US 97. And police say a street race over the weekend ended when one of the cars crashed on Skyline Drive. But first we begin tonight. Breaking news. NCW Life News received word this afternoon that retired Chelan County District Court Judge Tom Warren passed away over the weekend. The 76-year-old Warren was a Wenatchee native who became a county district court commissioner in 1972 and was then appointed judge in 1986. Judge Warren retired in 2007, and it's estimated that he heard over 100,000 cases as a judge. Warren was a member of the Wenatchee Lions Club, was past president of the Wenatchee Chamber of Commerce, director of the Apple Blossom Festival, and president of the United Way of Wenatchee. We will have more on this story tomorrow on the NCW Life News, as well as the Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning with Steve Hare. Other news today, no one was hurt Saturday night when gunshots were fired in a Wenatchee neighborhood. Police say 3 suspects are being sought. Captain Edgar Reinfeld with the Wenatchee Police Department says 2 men and a woman were armed with a shotgun and knives when they contacted someone at a home in the 1000 block of Monroe Street.
We had an officer in the immediate area who contacted a vehicle fleeing from that area in the 1000 block of Monroe and detained 2 occupants of that car. Another vehicle was seen fleeing to the south. Through the course of investigation, it was determined that 2 females had come to a residence and confronted a male who lives there in the 1000 block of Monroe. And there was a confrontation for still unknown reasons to us that eventually resulted in another male arriving and firing a shot from a shotgun. The shot was fired in the area of the one house and damaged 2 vehicles up the block, including a large pickup like service truck for a commercial repair company and somebody's minivan. Both took impacts from shotgun pellets. At this time, we do not have the shooter identified. We do have the initial 2 females who showed up and started the confrontation identified and are seeking them actively to make arrests.
Police are asking for witnesses to come forward and ask that they call Rivercom Emergency Dispatch at 663-9911 with information. Well, a Wenatchee man was killed shortly after midnight Saturday when he crashed his motorcycle on US 97, the Blewett Pass Highway. State Patrol report says 49-year-old Wayne Beebe was northbound about 7 miles south of Peshastin when he lost control. The victim was thrown from the bike after striking a guardrail. According to the State Patrol, Beebe was dead at the scene. Police say a street race ended Saturday night when one of the cars crashed into a vehicle parked at the Overlook area on Skyline Drive. A 17-year-old girl was injured in that crash. Captain Edgar Reinfeld explains.
We learned through the course of investigation that 2 vehicles had apparently been racing over the top of Skyline, and one of them lost control and ended up arcing into the Skyline Overlook parking area and crashing into this parked vehicle. We're fortunate that the injuries to the victim female are very minor.
The location of the accident at the Skyline Drive Overlook has recently come under scrutiny by the city after neighboring residents complained about ongoing problems with noise and traffic. The city has agreed to install security cameras to help monitor the activity. Captain Reinfeld says the cameras might have been helpful with this investigation.
We've done speed workups based on video footage with decent timing. There was a pursuit and horrible injury accident on Wenatchee Avenue 2nd several years ago that's a good example, where the suspect vehicle went across the front of the PUD, a monitored camera down there on Wenatchee Avenue, and they actually tracked the vehicle with the camera. So we were able to get a good time and distance measurement and then show that speeds had actually averaged close to 100 miles an hour on Wenatchee Avenue before the impact. In a case like this, we can look at skid marks and we can do that stuff and we can do workups, but they're not as telling as actually watching vehicle movement over distance against time. It would be a tremendous asset in this case. Where the camera's up there, we'd probably have a suspect vehicle already and be working it all the way through.
Reinfeld says police could use your help in finding the vehicle involved in that crash. It's described as a teal-colored Honda Civic with severe front-end damage. Well, a 4-month police investigation has landed a Grand Coulee man and a woman in jail after a search warrant yielded methamphetamine and heroin. Grant County's Interagency Narcotics Enforcement Team, the Moses Lake Regional Tactical Response Team, and Grand Coulee Police raided the home at 212 Dill Avenue early Friday morning. There they found meth, heroin, scales, and packaging materials. 36-year-old Michael Capshaw was arrested at the home and is currently in the Grant County Jail on suspicion of possession of drugs with intent to deliver. 38-year-old Angelette Obendorf was also at the home and is jailed on an unrelated outstanding warrant. The investigation continues and more arrests are expected. Coming up next, those of you who were near the area of Walla Walla Point Park and the Town Toyota Center on Saturday might have seen some crazy-looking characters walking around. We'll tell you about that. And the State Transportation Department opened the doors to its new headquarters this morning. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
In our experience, some people are just cut out for charter college and for success in a new career. These charter types are hard workers. Charter types go above and beyond. And charter types are responsible. If you're ready to get to work making a better future for yourself, you're just our type. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
I left home at 14 and I had my first child at 17. I was an addict, and that destroys your whole world. I actually just kind of walked into Goodwill and they trained me. Yeah, Goodwill doesn't look at you as a person with barriers. I love my job. Goodwill's more than just a thrift store. But I have a future and so does my community because of the programs Goodwill offers. I kind of look in the mirror and I'm happy with who I see every day. And I'm thankful for that. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Welcome back. In another news, those of you who were near the area of Walla Walla Point Park and the Town Toyota Center on Saturday might have seen some crazy-looking characters walking around. It was all part of the second annual pop culture convention known as WenCon. NCW Life's Jay Seebeck was there and has more.
Saturday marked the second year that the new pop culture convention known as WenCon was in Wenatchee. The event brought out the best nerd in all of us, with another sellout show at the Town Toyota Center. The con featured people from all walks of life, whether it was getting your picture taken in the 1960s Batmobile, competing in the cosplay contest, or meeting the author of your favorite comic book. WenCon had it all. I spoke with one of the big celebrity guests, Cass Anvar, following his panel. Anvar has performed in the renowned video game Assassin's Creed and stars in the hit sci-fi show The Expanse. And he shared some of his tips on how to get started as an actor.
I mean, if you want to get into voice acting, first and foremost is you have to create a demo reel. You have to make a voice reel for yourself, create a whole bunch of different voices and characters and narrations and animal characters and cartoon characters and commercials, and put all of that together in a professional reel. And then you use that reel to go and find an agent, and that's the best way to get going. In terms of any kind of acting, the best thing is to always get some training, go to class, do some workshops, get some acting training, and that's the best way to start.
Stay tuned to the NCW Life magazine this week to get all of the behind-the-scenes footage from WenCon. Jay Seebeck, NCW Life News.
Thank you, Jay. Starting today, Hearst Construction will be reconstructing McKittrick Street between Pine Street and Wenatchee Avenue. The project will upgrade the existing storm infrastructure, install sidewalks on both sides of the street, and reconfigure the roadway to include a two-way left turn lane and bike lanes in both directions. McKittrick Street will be restricted to eastbound local access traffic for the duration of the project. Vehicles will not be able to turn onto McKittrick Street from Wenatchee Avenue. Working hours will generally be Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. A detour will be in place, and the project is estimated to be completed by the end of August. Well, local residents watched as the Washington State Department of Transportation opened the doors to its new North Central Regional Headquarters this morning with a ribbon-cutting ceremony at WSDOT's Old Station campus in North Wenatchee. Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz was one of the many selected officials present who explained what this project is all about.
Yeah, obviously there was a different time 5 or 6 years ago in the city when we were really struggling financially and looking at the WSDOT property on North Wenatchee Avenue and trying to figure out maybe a higher and better use than a whole bunch of asphalt and a couple of really old buildings. And again, working with the governor's office and our local legislative delegation, really part of Connected Washington. I think, Dan could correct me, there's only 2 buildings that got built out of all of that money, and this is one of them. And so really excited to see the new building and what it offers to the employees. I say second, just making sure that Wenatchee is a headquarter for district offices going forward. I know there was a time a number of years ago where there was some talk of consolidating these kinds of offices, and to make sure that that's not going to happen with this investment. And I think third, making sure that North Wenatchee Avenue can be redeveloped into something of higher and better use and get it back on the tax roll. So overall, I think it's been a great process. Congratulations to Dan and his team. These things don't happen easily. I know there's a lot of effort and energy, and this is, what I'm told, on budget, on time, I know. So again, congratulations to the WSDOT staff. We're so excited to have you guys in a new building and look forward to all of your good work and for a new look on North Wenatchee Avenue at some point. So thank you.
The new regional office building will consolidate administration and engineering, housing both the region office and project engineering staffs. Construction on the $8.7 million, 30,000 square foot, 2-story building for 130 employees began last April. The project was completed on time and on budget. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom. And that and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and handmade sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off the line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetite. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. Located on 5th and Mission.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Monday. The Wenatchee Wild know their next opponent for the next round of the playoffs. Wenatchee will face the Spruce Grove Saints for the Doyle Cup beginning Friday night at the Town Toyota Center, a suburb of Edmonton, Alberta. Spruce Grove won the inaugural Inter-Pipeline Cup Friday by downing Okotoks 3-2 in Game 5 to claim the Alberta Junior Hockey League Championship. Game 1 of the best-of-7 series between the Wild and Saints is Friday night at 7:05. Game 2 Saturday at 7:05. Now, if the two teams split the first two games, Game 3 would be Sunday at the Town Toyota Center. If either team wins both Friday and Saturday, the series shifts to Spruce Grove Tuesday. A Sunday game of Wenatchee means a Game 4 in Alberta on Wednesday. Let's turn to the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard from the weekend. First of all, in soccer, the Eastmont Wildcats hosted the Wenatchee Panthers Friday at Wildcat Stadium. We had the game live on the NCW Life channel. Sebastian Moraga and Ed Navarro with the play-by-play.
Hurt. Oh, bad delivery that time. Tony Leon, the shot, and a beautiful save. There's the corner kick. Far post, the header. Go, 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 go! Wildcats, Sergio Bravo made it in. Nice 4 minutes of play. It's number 17 for the Panthers. Mario Chirinos seeing some action today. And there's a header. Go, 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 go! Nice header. Go! Wenatchee Panthers, we're tied at 1. The quick push, nice ball. Espinosa with some room. Espinosa opening the game up for Manny Lopez, and a hair too late. Very what a nice job. Slide. What a job by that young man, getting kudos from his teammates. There's the shot. Johan again. Beautiful goal. Johan Espinosa for the Eastmont Wildcats. 35 minutes, 30 seconds, and a beauty, a scrapbook-worthy shot. Well, for here's the counter. Here's the counter, and there's Rishko. The Wildcats on a quick round. Espinosa, right foot! And nobody to sink it in.
You got to have a person in mind that you're passing
Manny
to.
Lopez, the good ball. Manny Lopez, the touch, and a beautiful save by Zach Hurt.
They need to be athletic.
There's
cover that.
Ooh, nice throw in there. Oh my goodness, how did that stay out? Let's see what the referee says. The assistant referee is calling it a goal, and it is a goal.
It is a goal.
It is a goal. It's Faris Nasser getting the kudos, and it's also number 16, Joe Celebrezzi. So we'll just call it a Wenatchee goal. For Eastmont from the right side is Giovanni Romero. Into the box we go. Acquitting himself quite well today, Giovanni. Starting a quick run down the left side. The shot across. Goal, 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 goal! Goal! Eastmont Wildcats. Nate Balaudo. Nate Balaudo, 69 minutes of play. Whistles on the mouth, and that is it. That is it. The Wildcats of Eastmont have defeated their arch rivals Wenatchee Panthers by a score of 4-2.
So Eastmont takes a season sweep of Wenatchee, climbs to the 4th-ranked team in the state. Also on Saturday, Brewster blanked Cashmere, while Bridgeport edged Manson. High school baseball over the weekend. On Friday, Eastmont swept Davis to improve to 7-5 at Big 9 play. Wenatchee bounced back from a Tuesday loss with a doubleheader sweep of West Valley. Panthers tied with Moses Lake for first in the Big 9. The two teams will meet 3 times this week, first of which we'll have it for you tomorrow on the NCW Life channel. It's a big week coming up. On Saturday, Chelan swept 2 from Cascade, while Oak Okanagan and Cashmere split to Twinville. Liberty Bell doubled up on Waterville Mansfield. Also on the Les Schwab Prep softball scoreboard over the weekend, it was Eastmont sweeping Davis. Wenatchee had no trouble dispatching West Valley. Panthers still undefeated on the season. So too is Moses Lake, and those teams will play 3 times this week. On Saturday, Chelan and Nooksack Valley split a doubleheader. Okanagan beat up on Cashmere in 2 games, while Liberty Bell swept a pair from Waterville Mansfield. Prep schedule for today. Earlier, the boys, well, they're still playing, I'm sure. Three Lakes Golf Course the site for the Big Nine 5th pot of the season for the boys. And also the Mariners falling yesterday, but they took 2 of 3 in Texas. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Firefighters from around North Chelan County came together to not just talk shop, but to practice what they preach. For the first time since its creation, the North Chelan County Cooperator Group, which is made up of various fire departments and agencies, came together Saturday for a live fire training in NEWS-EG.
So this whole group sort of started coming together after the summer of 2015 and the fire season that we experienced there. It was recognized amongst all the cooperators that participate in wildland fire, just to put more training emphasis on our unified command. Right now, currently today, we have members from Chelan 5, Chelan 7, Chelan 8, Washington State Department of Natural Resources, Forest Service, and BLM resources here, including ground resources and aviation assets. So the goal with this big group is to really come together and practice pre-season to what we're going to be experiencing in the fire season. So key points for us are unified command and having all the chiefs and incident commanders come together and making one plan and having folks on the ground be able to adapt and fill roles as needed. Well, I think that's extremely important for all of us and all the partners involved, that we give those new folks that exposure to this, which is another key point for today is that some of these guys, this is the first fire they've seen before, and the fact that we can pull that off in a controlled setting is excellent. So for me personally, it's that successional planning, it's that mentorship, it's that leadership of developing that next group of fire leaders in our community that'll be able to support and eventually lead these things moving forward.
The training event, hosted at the Columbia Breaks Fire Interpretive Center, was not only a learning opportunity for firefighters, but also a project that creates a visual example of prescribed fire for the community. The project will continue over the next 7 years, according to NEWS Fire Chief Mike Asher.
So it ended up that Columbia Breaks approached me here, since this is within our fire jurisdiction, they approached me about a need to burn areas of their ownership to demonstrate the effects of fire on the landscape. They wanted to be able to have landscape that had different years of fire damage so that they could show how fire recovers over time. So, since I was also involved in the unified effort to integrate all of our departments and their activities, we decided to try to marry the need of Columbia Breaks to have live fire and demonstrate that with our meeting and activities to help unify all of our interagency partners. And so that is how it came to be that we're trying to meet objectives for both of us, and it's working extremely well.
The group will burn 1 acre of land at the Columbia Breaks Center for the next 7 years, with each agency rotating as the lead command. Stay tuned this week as we learn more about the Columbia Breaks Interpretive Center and their goals this fire season. We'll be back with a recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
We're here to celebrate every season with award-winning dining,
full-service spa, and 170 waterfront guest rooms. Come experience our tradition of hospitality at Campbell's Resort on Lake Chelan.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
Time now for a look at our North Central Washington weather forecast. And after kind of a so-so weekend, today a beautiful way to start our work week as we take a look outside our weather window. A beautiful look at the old station area. Beautiful mountains in the background with still a little bit of snow up there, but it's going to melt fast because we are seeing high pressure steadily amplifying over eastern Washington, and that's allowing for a continuation of generally clear and sunny skies coupled with a big warming trend. As we take a look at our surface loop today, those are temperatures. So the areas in yellow you see on the map are 60-degree temperatures. Oranges and reds then go into the 80s and possibly even some 90s over the next couple of days. The warm spell will reach its peak on Thursday or possibly Friday with high temperatures around 80 degrees. Our normal high temperature for this time of year is 64. This will have large implications for snowmelt and potential river flooding, but at this point the river forecasts are all fairly well behaved as this is only a minor quote-unquote heat wave. Changes are expected by the weekend though as a fairly large area of low pressure moves through, bringing a threat of showers and cooler temperatures on both Saturday and Sunday. But until that time, boy, enjoy this weather. Let's take a look at your forecast now. I don't know if we're going to quite reach 69 degrees today, but tomorrow with sunny skies and light winds, pretty positive. We'll reach 73 for our high, all the way to 78 on Wednesday with sunny skies, 81 on Thursday, and 82 your high temperature on Friday before that storm system moves through, bringing us a 20% chance for showers on both Saturday and Sunday, 73 the high Saturday, and a little bit back more to normal on Sunday, with a high temperature then of 68 degrees. What a beautiful forecast. Well, as part of National Autism Month, it was lighted up blue Sunday at Riverfront Park in Wenatchee for the first Autism Walk and Run. Around 75 people participated in the 5K Loop Trail Run Walk from Riverfront Park to the new Hale Dog Park and back. Autism refers to a range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech, and nonverbal communication, as well as by unique strengths and differences. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates autism's prevalence as 1 in 68 children in the United States. The event was sponsored by the Brave Warrior Project, who provides support to children and their families battling cancer, chronic illness, or disability. And if you have a video of the day you'd like to see on the NCW Life Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free.
TV Everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV set free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV Everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Hi, I'm Jessica Murray. I'm a candidate for the Top 10 Apple Blossom Royalty, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.